What's going on, guys? I figured I'd do something a little different tonight, and I do want to apologize first of all for the sound of my voice. I don't know what happened last night. When I went to sleep, I felt fine. This morning I woke up and I didn't have much of a voice at all. I went to work. I really didn't want to go to work. I had no desire at all to speak to anybody. I don't know if it's a head cold. I don't know if it's just allergies due to the weather here in New York City. I don't know. For all I know, it could be me yelling at Black Ops 2 all week. So I really don't know what the problem is, but I do apologize for the sound of my voice. I sound a little ridiculous right now. But I do have a little energy in me to do a commentary, and I wanted to do something a little different for you guys. Being that E3 is next week, and I really get super excited about E3 because it's all the new games that we're anticipating coming out later this year and early 2014, and I try my best, and it's such a fun time to follow everything that's going on at E3. It's great to watch the footage live on TV as it's happening, get all the sneak peeks and the previews and the trailers of all the new games coming out. But I do want to talk about what I'm excited about for E3, and what you guys are watching in the background before I get into the commentary. Obviously it's Black Ops 2. You got Kill Confirmed studio gameplay, and then some random arms race team deathmatch that I did last night with the guys. So enjoy that. Obviously, you guys know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, all right? But I do want to talk about what I'm excited about for E3. I'm going to start off with Nintendo. Now, a lot of people in the YouTube community, especially the Call of Duty community, obviously they don't game on the Nintendo Wii U. Nobody gamed Black Ops 2 on Wii U, okay? I have a Nintendo Wii U, and to be honest with you, I have not opened it since Christmas Day. My girlfriend got it for me for Christmas. I lobbied to her, get me a Nintendo Wii U, the black deluxe version, and it's been sitting here in my living room for the past 7 months, okay? I want to open it, but there's no reason to open it yet. And Nintendo has a lot to prove at E3 this year. If Nintendo does not hit a home run at E3, in my honest opinion, Sony and Microsoft are just going to swallow them whole. Nintendo has to do something big. All right? And it's simple mechanics for Nintendo at E3. Why am I excited about Nintendo at E3? I'll tell you why. You got 3 possible Zelda titles being shown at E3. You got A Link to the Past being redone for the Nintendo 3DS, which I have. I don't have many games for it. The only game I do have is the remake of Ocarina of Time, which is probably one of the single greatest games ever developed. Link to the Past is up there as well, and if they're doing a remake or a sequel, whatever they're calling it, obviously I'm going to go out and buy that. You got a full version HD of Zelda Wii U, possibly coming. We know it's coming, but possibly being unveiled at E3 next week. Wind Waker remake from the GameCube onto the Nintendo Wii U. Zelda, in any way, shape, or form, will sell for Nintendo and on the Wii U. Okay? Nintendo needs a brand new Zelda game at E3. That's just step one. If you announce that Zelda is coming this year, this Christmas, the Nintendo Wii U will compete with Microsoft and Sony. I guarantee you. The only reason why I want a Nintendo Wii U is simply because of Zelda. Zelda is one of the greatest franchises of all time in gaming. I grew up with Zelda. I played every Zelda title that there possibly was for a console system. And I will continue to do so as long as Nintendo makes them. Okay? That's step 1. Step 2, Super Mario Kart Wii U. I love Super Mario Kart. Call me a sissy, call me a fucking fag, call me whatever you want. Mario Kart is fucking awesome. I had so many good times getting drunk and playing Super Mario Kart for the Nintendo Wii, okay? It was unbelievable. The great times that I had, just sitting back and, just having fun. That's what gaming is, having fun. I want to get back to having fun. That's step 2. Super Mario Kart Wii U will be up there with Zelda, and it will make Nintendo compete with Sony and Microsoft. Super Smash Bros. Wii U, another game I love to play. Another game I played drunk with the guys when I lived in Jersey. Unbelievable fun time. these are the titles that Nintendo needs to compete. I didn't even mention Donkey Kong. I didn't even mention the other franchise that they have that's up there with Zelda, Metroid. You deliver us a traditional, old school, back to the roots Metroid game. Nintendo has it made. Nintendo will sell their Wii U. Nintendo will sell more Wii U's than Nintendo Wii's if they follow these steps. We need to see these games. Plain and simple. You know, I know they're unveiling another Super Mario game, 3D. I don't know what it is. We'll find out at E3, but this is what Nintendo has to do. I am thrilled to possibly see all these titles at E3. And I know Mario Kart and Smash Brothers are confirmed to be there next week. Now, as far as Sony goes, I'm super excited, number one, for Batman Arkham Origins. I absolutely loved Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. Fantastic fucking games. There was a time when I thought nobody would even develop a Batman game the right way until Rocksteady came and took over the game for those two titles. Now Warner Brothers has the title, and their studio is developing the game in the same vein as Rocksteady did the past two titles. It is the same formula. The story is set. Alright? They're not touching anything. They're only building upon what Rocksteady has built with the last two games, and they're making it better. Everybody is super fucking excited for this game. I am as well. Now the story for this game, Arkham Origins, the story is going to revolve around Black Mask hiring 8 assassins, including Deathstroke and Deadshot, to kill Batman. Now Batman is being voiced by Craig Smith, who did the voices for Sonic, and Chris Redfield from Resident Evil. Mark Hamill, who did the Joker in the first two titles, did an amazing job. Unbelievable job as the Joker. He is not going to be voicing the Joker in this game. That's going to be taken over by Troy Baker. I don't know his prior history, but Mark Hamill is not doing it anymore, and Troy Baker is taking over. Like I said, the game is set to, play the basic same way that the other two titles did. But Warner Brothers, like I said, is taking the ideas from those two games and just simply building upon it. There's no reason to touch a winning formula. Nothing else will be changed. There's going to be new story, new villains, a bigger Gotham to explore and fly around, and all those side quests. I can't wait. And that game comes out on October 25th. Now, obviously, we have Battlefield. I don't know much about Battlefield. This will be my first Battlefield title. I'm definitely going to check it out, but that's all I'm going to say about that because I don't have any prior knowledge of Battlefield. So I'm definitely going to be interested to see what EA has in store for Battlefield 4. Obviously, Call of Duty Ghosts. We all know everybody's going to be looking at Call of Duty Ghosts. It's going to be unveiled next week. It's going to be unveiled on Sunday. 30 minutes of single-player campaign online. It's going to be on Twitch TV. You can check that. You can check that out. But all I have to say about Call of Duty Ghosts, and I'm going to keep it plain and simple. The connection, or the game is only as good as the connection. If there is no connection with this game, the game will suffer. The game will fail. Connection needs to be at the forefront of the things that Infinity Ward take care of. I do not want another experience like Black Ops 2. The hit detection needs to be addressed. I don't want the same experience as Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is the single worst online multiplayer experience that I have ever experienced single-handedly, personally, in video games. And that's a pretty fucking bold statement. And I'm not ashamed to say that over and over and over again to anyone's face. Black Ops 2 is bad. Alright? And like I said, the only reason why I play it is for you guys. But Ghosts, obviously I'm going to be getting Ghosts. Obviously I'm getting it at midnight. Obviously I'm going to be presenting it to you in the same way I am doing Black Ops 2. So you guys have all that to look forward to. Now there's another game that I'm really interested to know about, and that's called Destiny. Now, I'm not a big fan of futuristic shooters like Halo. I was never a big fan of Halo. My brothers are completely into Halo. I'm not. Alright? The setting of this game just doesn't interest me. I don't like this futuristic fucking, alien warfare, whatever the fuck they got going on there. But Destiny is actually being made by the creators of Halo, Bungie, and this is not going to be a Halo clone because that would be stupid. So that's the main reason why this game has my interest. I've seen the commercials, it looks interesting, and that's why I put it on my list. Destiny is set actually 700 years into the future, in a post-apocalyptic setting following a preposterous period of exploration, peace, and technological advancement known as the Golden Age. In a universe where humans have spread out and colonized planets in the solar system, an event known as the Collapse saw the mysterious dissolution of colonies and the end of the Golden Age. Excuse me. Now, the only known survivors of this collapse are those living on Earth, who were saved by the Traveler, quote-unquote, a white, spherical, celestial body whose appearance centuries before had enabled humans to reach the stars. Upon mankind's first attempt to repopulate and reconstruct after the collapse, it is discovered that a hostile alien race has occupied mankind's former colonies and civilizations and now are encroaching upon their city. The player takes the role of the guardian of the city and is tasked with investigating and destroying these threats before humanity is completely wiped out by this alien race. Now, that sounds interesting to me. That's why I'll check it out. You know, I have to see how the game plays, but it definitely has my interest. You know, it's not going to be another Halo clone, so that's one of the main reasons why I'm going to be checking this game out. As long as it's not like Halo, because I was never a big fan of Halo, I'll check it out. Now, there's another game that I found out today called Dying Light. It's a zombie apocalyptic survival horror first-person shooter developed by Techland, who are actually the creators of Dead Island. The trailer was fucking amazing. I seen it this morning at work. Dying Light is set to be released on the PS4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. There's no other information regarding that game. It should be at E3 with more information to follow. Final Fantasy PS4 has been confirmed. I have no information on that. Final Fantasy X HD will be remastered for the PS3 and PS4. I'm hoping we see that at E3 because Final Fantasy X was one of my favorite Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy VII obviously is my favorite, going along with 9 and then 12. But this other shit that they got going on with Lightning and Final Fantasy X2 or whatever the fuck they got going on, it's just fucking garbage. The last couple of games have been absolute fucking garbage. It's really not my type of game anymore. It's very futuristic, and you know, the old school games had like characters like Sephiroth and Cloud and burning villages and fucking just epic storytelling, death, tragedy, love. All these other games that they've been coming out with have just been boring. And I used to buy Final Fantasy every year it came out with a game. I stopped after 12. As soon as 12 came out, I beat 12, and that's it. I haven't even bothered with another Final Fantasy. I bought the last one, and I didn't even play it. It's still sitting on my shelf. It's better off being traded into GameStop because it just doesn't interest me. There's another game that is coming out called Thief. That's been confirmed for E3. This is a series that's been around since 1988, and I never heard of it or I've never played any of the previous games. The main tactic here in Thief is to avoid fights and instead sneak around enemies. Thief is sometimes described as either a first-person sneaker, a sneak-em-up, or a first-person looter, to emphasize this difference. Not much info on this game. I don't have any info on this at all, but it's definitely got my attention. This one here is published by Square Enix and developed by Eidos Studios. It is a first-person action-adventure game where we take full control of a mastermind thief named Garrett, where we have complete freedom to choose his path throughout the entire campaign. All that is going to be available in the trailer. You can see how the game slightly plays out. I seen the trailer this morning for that as well. It looks very interesting. That'll be at E3. That's going to come out in spring 2014. Now, finally, the last two games that I'm completely excited for, probably at the top of my list, right below Zelda: Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 and Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, Castlevania, Gabriel Belmont was the main character in Lords of Shadow. All right. At the end of Lords of Shadow, he confronts Satan and defeats him, releasing souls of the deceased from limbo. Okay. Gabriel discovers the God Mask within the game, and the God Mask cannot bring his love Marie back. All right. He realizes that it cannot bring him back, and it only allows him to see through God's eyes. Marie tells him that he's been given a new life to redeem himself before she departs with the God Mask. In the ending of the game, Gabriel's partner Zobek who has been seen in modern times towards the end of the game, discovered Gabriel living as Dracula. Now, Lords of Shadow 2 picks up immediately where the first game ended. We follow Gabriel as Dracula, who is facing a new threat, as well as the Belmont family, who is out to kill him as well, and we have to guide him to regain his old powers. Now, I've seen the E3 trailer for this already. It looks absolutely fucking incredible. It looks epic as all hell. The first game was amazing, headed by Hideo Kojima of Metal Gear Solid and his studio, and this game is going to be equally as amazing, and I expect nothing less with this sequel. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to see that. And finally, guys, Hideo Kojima and Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't have much info on this as I would like, but I know Kojima is very top secret with everything. But come E3, we will be seeing this one definitely. Metal Gear Solid 5 takes place in 1984, 9 years after the events of Ground Zeroes, when Big Boss fell into a prolonged coma. Now, there were two names being thrown around here for this game. The other was Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. On March 27, 2013, Hideo Kojima officially confirmed that Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain were one in the same. And the final title going forward was going to be Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. At the same time, he presented a trailer showcasing the final aspects of their new engine called the Fox engine, later explaining that Ground Zeroes serves as a prologue to the main game, The Phantom Pain. David Hayter, who has been voiced as Snake all these years, is not going to be in this game. Alright? Now, Kojima went out and got Kiefer Sutherland of the Fox Series 24 to voice Big Boss in this game. I think that's going to work very well, but as far as Snake goes, David Hayter says he's not along with this project. He has not worked with this project going forward, that he will not be in the game. I find that to be quite odd, okay? I find that to be quite odd. David Hayter is the voice of Snake. He's worked with Kojima all these years. There should be no reason why David Hayter is not the voice of Snake if we see Snake in this game. He has to be there. Yeah, I believe he will be there. I think it's one big troll, and I was talking with my brother the other day. If David Hayter is not Snake, there is no Snake. That's just the way I see it. All right, that's just the way I see it. But Metal Gear Solid 5, I cannot wait to get my hands on that game. Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid 2 are in my top 5 greatest games of all time, along with Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, and The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But that's my E3, my E3 feelings, guys. That's the stuff I'm excited for. If you guys enjoyed my opinions and thoughts on E3 and what I'm excited about, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm out, guys. I'm going to try and get better. I have no voice. I'm done talking for the rest of the night. I'm going to sit down and enjoy a nice hot cup of tea, watch my baseball game, and relax. Hopefully this goes away, and hopefully I can bring you a very, very special episode. Very special episode of Life After Prestige Master this weekend, guys, alright? Take care, and I'll talk to you all soon.